Namaste in the catch. Jayom Guru. Loving greetings to all of my dearly beloved brothers and sisters everywhere all around the world. Ganapati coming to you again from our Eckhart Spiritual Center on this wonderful Sabbath Sunday to share with all of my dearly beloved brothers and sisters everywhere all around the world in our Guru's Sunday service readings. Thank you all for coming today and joining in with me. So, well, we have been getting together for a little while now. This is kind of a new thing, these Sunday services that we're sharing in. And, I always like to start out with Guru's voice to kind of get things started. And after that, then we do what I call first things first, where we'll be doing 3 ohms and a prayer to get a little more established in our source, a little more established in that God consciousness, because that's what we're here to do today, to go deep and try to get more in tune with our source so that we can live a more happy, harmonious life. And so, after we get more realizing of our connection to our source with 3 ohms and a special prayer that our Guru gave us, then we take a look at these energies that are going on around us. And what I mean by that is we look at our Cosmic Dream Spell Astrology Wisdom Workbook, and we look at the solar frequency and galactic tone that is associated with this day. And that is something special that is really designed for our devotees that are following along very devotedly and working each day with the energies and being in tune with the vibrational energies that are going on around them, learning to be in tune with them and learning to get into the rhythmical pattern that they have. And so that this part of our Sunday service gathering is especially designed for those devotees. So if it sounds unfamiliar to people that are not following along every day, well, you'll find it to be quite enlightening even still when we talk about what are the energies of today that we're trying to be in tune with, what we're trying to play kind of like match game with, match up with the energies that are going around today, because there's a cyclical pattern to these energies. And if we're in tune with it, our life is in harmony. And when we're out of tune with that, then of course, naturally, our life is out of harmony. And we're suffering then. And the whole point here is to relieve sorrow and suffering and attain blissful joy. Unending, never-ending, ever-increasing joy. Ever new joy. So after we then take a look at these energies of the day, then we turn our attention to our Guru's Sunday service reading. Our Guru did his own Sunday services every Sunday, and we are very blessed that they wrote those Sunday services down and the talk that he gave during those Sunday services, and we can still share those talks. We're sharing those talks together. Our Guru's still with us. Our Guru doesn't have to be in the body to still guide us and show us the way to be in tune with our source so that we can live in this way to what Guru refers to as carrying with us always a portable paradise anywhere we go. That's what we all aspire, right? We all want to have this portable paradise. That means everywhere we go, it's always paradise. It's always perfect. That's what we all want. And Guru shows us the way. And in these Sunday services, right, this is exactly what it is. This is a service to you, right? To help you so that you can figure out how can you live this way that Guru's talking about. Guru tells us in these Sunday services on all kinds of important things in life, that how this material world is actually blending in with the spiritual understanding so that we can live in balance. So we will be looking at Guru's Sunday service reading after we take a look at those energies of the day. So, we're going to begin with Guru's voice. He's singing a wonderful song, a kind of a call and response kind of bhajan, right? Where we are talking with God, right? We're not singing to each other. We are talking to God in the language of our heart. So when we say these words, let's say them with all of the feeling in our heart and realize we're talking with God. So the title is "O God Beautiful." For those who are kind of regularly getting together with us, we're going to do this for a while so that we can learn this wonderful idea, right? It's not just a song. It's not just a chant. It's not just a prayer. It's all of those, but it's more an idea and a way of living that we want to, an understanding that we want to assume fully. So, let us begin with our Guru's voice. Paramahansa Yogananda leading and guiding us in "O God Beautiful."
Come, sing with me and feel you are singing to His listening presence right within you and around you, everywhere. Come, sing with me and feel you are singing to His listening presence right within you and around you, everywhere.
O God beautiful, O God beautiful. At thy feet, O I do bow. In the forest thou art green. Oh boy. In the river. Oh boy. Okay, alright, we get the picture. That's not going to work. Wow. That's pretty strange because I've been sitting here this morning listening to this over and over. Kind of got into it pretty good, and now all of a sudden, when it comes time to do it here, it's not working. So, that's fine. I can do it all by myself. So I'll sing it for us. O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful. At thy feet, O I do bow. At thy feet, O I do bow. O God beautiful, O God beautiful. In the forest thou art green. In the forest forest thou art green. In the mountain thou art high. In the mountain thou art high. In the river thou art restless. In the river thou art restless. In the mountain, in the ocean thou art great. In the ocean thou art great. O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful. At thy feet, O I do bow. At thy feet, O I do bow. O God beautiful, O God beautiful. To the serviceful thou art service. To the serviceful thou art service. To the lover thou art love. To the lover thou art love. To the sorrowful thou art sympathy. To the sorrowful thou art sympathy. To the yogi thou art bliss. To the yogi thou art bliss. O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful. At thy feet, O I do bow. At thy feet, O I do bow. O God beautiful, O God beautiful. In the forest thou art green. In the forest thou art green. In the mountain thou art high. In the mountain thou art high. In the river thou art restless. In the river thou art restless. In thy ocean thou art great. In thy ocean thou art great. O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful. At thy feet, O I do bow. At thy feet, O I do bow. O God beautiful, O God beautiful. To the serviceful thou art service. To the serviceful thou art service. To the lover thou art love. To the lover thou art love. To the serviceful thou art service. To the serviceful thou art service. To the yogi thou art bliss. To the yogi thou art bliss. O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful. At thy feet, O I do bow. At thy feet, O I do bow. O God beautiful, O God beautiful. Oh. Beautiful song by Guru. Sorry for my couple of slip-ups. Sometimes I forget and I just get lost in the energy. So wow. That's why it's always good to have Guru guiding us. But today the machine decided not to work, and that's okay. That's what keeps life interesting. So now let's begin our Sunday services with first things first, seeking the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is within, and Guru has taught us how to go within by sitting down in a comfortable meditative posture, closing our eyes, and putting our attention at the point between our eyebrows, our hands on our laps, just relaxing, breathing In through the nose, out through the mouth, just relaxing. Let all those thoughts and worries go. Let's take a cleansing breath. Let's breathe in through the nose, filling our body up with life and energy. And when the lungs are full, then let us exhale out through the mouth, releasing all of that breath, all of that energy, all of the worries, all of the heat. Let it all go. Let's bring our hands into Namaste pose or prayer pose in front of our heart chakra, right in front of our heart, in the middle of our chest, relaxing, connecting our heart with our third eye. Our center of love and compassion is connecting with the point between our eyebrows where our attention is, our gaze is there. Our hands are in prayer pose in front of our heart chakra, and we're just relaxing here. Let's focus our attention. Let's continue to breathe, but focus our attention not only at the point between our eyebrows and our heart, but now thinking about our source, our creator, and that we want to have a connection with that, where we came from. And so we're going to speak to that where we came from in the language of our heart. Oh, my great and wondrous Creator, you are omnipresent. You are in all your children. Manifest your healing presence in our bodies for the good of all, in order to glorify you, so might it be. Oh, my great and wondrous Creator, you are omnipresent. You are in all your children. Manifest your healing presence in our bodies and in our minds for the good of all, in order to glorify you, so might it be. Oh, my great and wondrous Creator, you are omnipresent. You are in all your children. Manifest your healing presence in our bodies, in our minds, and in our souls, for the good of all, only to glorify you, God. All the glory to you, so might it be. Thank you, God. Thank you for always listening to, hearing, and answering all of our prayers. Even when the answer is no, we still thank you. Thank you for not giving us what wouldn't be good for us. And thank you for answering our greatest prayer, to send Guru to guide us home to you. Thank you, God, for sending Guru. Thank you, Guru, for guiding us. Now, today, all tomorrows, and every instant, in sleep and in wakefulness, in life and in death, in this world and in the beyond. We will to remain yours always. So remain with us as the constantly, consciously responding joy of our hearts. And may your love shine forever on the sanctuary of our devotion, that we may be able to awaken your love in all hearts and minds that you send to us, for the good of all, only to glorify you, God. All the glory to you, so might it be. Thank you, God. We love you. Oh. There, that feels better. So, next, now that we're just a little more established in Source, now is the time to take a look at these energies around us. For those of us that are working with the Dream Spell Astrology Wisdom Workbook, getting in tune with the energies of each day, what are we trying to, energetically speaking now, what kind of match game are we trying to play today? With the energies around us, what are we trying to match up with? Well, today, the Mayans have assigned a solar frequency and a galactic tone. And like I said, for those who have been following along with us regularly, this will make perfect sense. For everyone else, well, it may sound very interesting. But today's energies are described by a solar frequency, and that solar frequency is affected by a particular tone. So the tone today is the 12th tone, Ka-Lahun, which is the tone that represents complex stability. It's the 12th tone. And in the Mayan astrology wisdom, it's more about the quality than the quantity. So while this is the 12th tone, it is the number 12, 2 dots and 2 bars, can represent 12 cows in a field, okay? But more importantly for the Mayans, it represents this idea of complex stability, right? Even though it's complex, it can be stable, right? It's a stage of energetic development, and it's the 12th stage, and there's 13 stages, so this would be that final stage right before what we would refer to as perfect presence, which will be that energy that's going to be associated with tomorrow. You see, it's a rhythmical pattern. And then after that, it'll go back to the first energy again. It'll go through this pattern of 13 energies, energetic tones. And these tones are describing what the solar frequency of this day is about. Because, everything is energetic vibrations, right? Frequency. And that frequency today is what the Mayans call Ish, or the white wizard, right? And when we say white wizard, well, that kind of makes us start thinking about magic or something like that. Well, that's what today's energies are kind of like today, that we want to play match game with, right? Magical energies, right? And I'm not talking about make pretend magic, that kind of magic that, where we're pulling a rabbit out of a hat or something like that, or some tricks, we're talking about real magic, real magicians that know and understand. This is called the white wizard, and considered to be that magician that understands and knows that, magic is, not something that we make or create, but something that already is everywhere, and that we merely just need to allow and get in tune with and harmonize with. And then we can be part of the already everyday magic of everything that's already going on. So, complex stability and being able to, as conscious beings, learn how to be part of the flow of magic instead of strenuously trying to create magic or make magic happen. So now I've spoken to you about the tone and the frequency, right? The 12th galactic tone, Ka-Lahun, and this solar frequency of white wizard Ish. And now today's galactic signature, these energies come together. And in the Cosmic Dream Spell Astrology Wisdom workbook, I have put together what it is when these energies come together and blend together, because as we know, there are 260 galactic signatures altogether, one for each day in this Zolkin cycle. of 260 days. And so in this workbook, I've put all 260 days, which is all 260 combinations of these 13 tones and 20 solar frequencies, for us to be able to sit down and, well, really get in tune with these energies each day. And in this workbook, you can see where we have the opportunity to be able to draw the solar frequency and draw the galactic tone and make and put together an affirmation that's unique for this particular day, the energies of this particular day, where we're using 3 keywords from the galactic tone and 3 keywords from the solar frequency to create a very unique and meaningful affirmation to get us in tune with the energies of today, right? The actual energies that we're trying to match up with today. And if we draw and color and fill in the blanks on this affirmation and write in, how the Mayans would say the day and how we say the day in English. We also keep track of the moon phase and things like this. And there's a little bit of words to read. There's not a lot of reading. In this Mayan astrology wisdom, it's not a lot about reading a real lot and studying a real lot. It's just getting an understanding of what these energies are and kind of getting in harmony with them in their rhythmical pattern, because they just keep cyclically reoccurring over and over, and then our consciousness gets into a certain harmony that brings us into harmony with the orbit of everything that's going on in the universe. Okay? So, I like to share with everyone from our Dream Spell Astrology Wisdom so that you can try to play match game with these energies today. And so, let's read about what are the energies for today. What are we getting in tune with today? So, today's galactic signature is kin, or in other words, day 194. That means it's the 194th day out of the total 260 days in this current Zolkin cycle that our consciousness is passing through right now. The whole consciousness is going through this cycle, whether we're conscious of it or not. And the more consciousness we are of it, the more in harmony we can be with it, and the more harmonious our lives will be. So, in English, we refer to this day as White Crystal Wizard. As I said before, this is Ish, the White Wizard, and this is the 12th galactic tone, which is the crystal tone of cooperation. Okay? So when we say this in this English way of speaking, it's the White Wizard, but it's the crystal tone. So we say White Crystal Wizard. Right? And the Mayans would call this day Kalahun Ish. My bad. Kalahun Ish. Kalahun, as I said, is this 12th galactic tone. And this is Ish, the White Wizard. So they'd say Kalahun Ish is today's energies. What's today? It's not Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, right? It's Kalahun Ish. That's the energy of today that we want to be in tune with. So let's talk about what is that? What does it look like? What are we going to try to be in tune with? Well, in relation to the galactic tone, this Kalahun, right? After receiving the freedom of the spectral tone of liberation, which was yesterday's energy, today comes the complex stability of the crystal tone of cooperation. White Crystal Wizard, Kalahun Ish, guides and teaches us to focus on being receptive to radial, non-linear, now-centered time by accepting and embracing the natural mystery of life's unfolding as an enchanting adventure in order to receive the freedom of the spectral energy that gives us, or that guides us, to regroup, reform, and recrystallize into a higher order. Calhoun Ish reminds us of the magic of earnest devotion and to expand our field of play by being the transparent wizards who allow magic to be effortlessly created through us. As we work together in alliance for the benefit of the greater good, through willingness, sincerity, and humility, our collective efforts can and will offer complex stability that allows us to co-create with others of like-mindedness so as to manifest unlimited exponential positive opportunities. As we acknowledge all the supportive forces that have assisted our prayers and are always conspiring on our behalf, the fruits of our labors can point out directions to necessary renewal, blossoming with unlimited nourishment and divine wisdom that elevates our abilities. Right? Isn't that how we see, don't we think of magicians, they have elevated abilities. They can do magic, right? Well, we're all that. And today, this energy reminds us that we are all that, and all we have to do is recrystallize, regroup, reorganize into that higher order. Allow that process to take place. So, that is our galactic signature for today. And I pray that that's helpful for all of my brothers and sisters out there, all of our followers that are working together with this workbook, with these energies each day, working on getting into that, what I call the cosmic cadence, right? Getting out of this 1260 rhythm and getting into this 1320 rhythm, or vibrational frequency, I could say. So, okay, that takes care of our Mayan astrology wisdom portion of our Sunday gathering. Now, let's turn our attention to our Guru's Sunday service reading here, our guidance from our Guru this Sunday. And I always start this off with reminding everyone that if you want to get Guru's voice, you can do that. We have some others, there's other CDs that you can get as well with Guru's voice where he's giving talks. I'll start showing those maybe next time. But I think listening to Guru's voice is so beneficial for actually getting in tune with Guru. So, if anybody's interested, we were listening. It was skipping, but what we were listening to earlier today was Songs of My Heart, and in this, Guru's chanting and singing and really pouring his heart out. You can really feel it. It's a wonderful thing. You can just sit down with it, and it's like you're with Guruji. So, wonderful thing to be able to get if you want to get this. Just let me know. So, there we go. Next, we want to turn our attentions to Guru's guidance this week. Guru's Sunday service reading, okay, which he did himself every Sunday. We're just sharing that with everyone. Guru's words are so fantastic. And this week, Guru is guiding us and talking to us about, well, the place of money in a spiritual life. We are spiritual warriors on a spiritual path, and we're living this spiritual life. And Guru guides us in every department of this life. And money, finances, this is one department that we need our Guru's guidance. And Guru starts right out by saying, well, when we are unhappy, we forget the days when we were happy. And when happiness finally comes, the days of unhappiness seem to be gone forever. Well, but, Guru says, just as sunny days would not be appreciated if there were no cloudy days, so also. So, happiness cannot really be appreciated without unhappiness. It seems as though life is checkered with unhappiness in order to make us look for the happiness hidden behind the clouds of trials and tribulations. Could that be a possibility? Well, Guru says, if that is so, this idea of poverty and failure should not bring terror, because he says behind such clouds, the silver lining of real prosperity is there. Guru says false standards of happiness and security, false sense of security, right, that comes from having a lot of unused money, well, that leads people to the treacherous marshes of imaginary prosperity. And Guru says that, well, these financial reverses come into our life to rid our minds of greed and delusive trust in money, and to make us concentrate upon real prosperity, which alone can give us real personal security and real happiness. Money is the source of untold evil to those who rely upon it as a means of unlasting happiness. And Guru says, well, to money seekers, right? Well, this money, it promises so much until they have it. And then, when they have it, they find themselves spent out, realizing too late that they have served a will-o'-the-wisp, right? In other words, they've served a false god. They've been following the wrong source. And Guru says material things can never be owned really by anyone, because at death they must all be left behind and given to others, yes? So we are only allowed the use of things, isn't it? That's the truth. And so Guru reminds us that it is foolish to be attached to these material things. We should only pray to be given the use of things of which we really need. We should be praying to be given the power to create what we need when we need it. And Guru says it's foolish to even think that we are rich, when at death we will be compelled to give up everything. Even the millionaire must leave their wealth when death comes. Isn't it the truth? They don't take any of that money with them. So Guru says, be like Christ, who was rich with God in life and after life as well. Right? In earth life, To be a millionaire or a poor person is the same thing. If you can just understand. You know, if you can understand that you own this whole earth, it would be nothing. And you know, owning it would be fraught with sorrow. Because Guru says, at the time of death, the illusion of it being wrestled away from you would torture your soul. To die of a broken heart and enter the grave with unfulfilled desires, roused while we are playing this little part in this earthly movie, is extremely foolish, Guru says. You see, Guru says, this picture house of earth can never afford that perfect happiness of spirit. Guru said, well, it's not a sin to make money. To feed and clothe yourself and your family. Why, your family was given into your charge to care for. It's not a wrong thing to do. Guru says that a failure neglects to discharge their God-given duties toward health, happiness, and success. Guru says it's virtue to make money and help God's work, and thereby be worthy of the name of being created in the image of God. Guru says all the good and philanthropic works of the world, all noble successes, have to be accomplished using this stuff called money. Okay? No saint who ever lived did not use money either directly or indirectly, but to acquire it without greed or attachment, and then to use it rightly. Oh, that is a great paradox and riddle of life. To love money is to be lost. You know, that's the snare in it. That's the catch in it. Guru says we have to use money wisely, allowing just the right voltage of prosperity to shine in the bulb of our life. Because if we send too much current through there, like a mad desire for wealth, then that bulb will burn out and become darkened with the lust of money. And Guru says, you know, money gives power. And when that money is judiciously held, without attachment, one can use it to bring happiness to many. And then they themselves can outgrow the desire for material happiness. Guru says it's easy to be idle, or just sit around filled with hopelessness and then desist from striving for financial success. Guru says, well, it's also easy to earn money dishonestly when those opportunities present themselves. But Guru says it is wrong to thus exercise and then this idea and excuse oneself from making an effort to sustain themselves honorably. To make money just for oneself, well, that's not very unusual. Anybody can do that. Guru says to hoard money for the cravings of gold, that's not unusual either. But Guru says it is an extraordinary and an exceptional person who earns money abundantly, unselfishly, and quickly, just for God and God's work, and for this idea of making others happy. Such activity develops many sterling qualities of character that will aid us on the spiritual path, as well as the material path. Making money honestly and industriously to serve God's work, well, Guru says that is the next greatest art after the art of actually realizing God. Pretty powerful statement, isn't it? It's the number 2 most important thing. Guru says responsibility, knowledge of organization, order, leadership, and practical usefulness are all developed in creating business success, and they are necessary for the all-around growth of all people. Spiritual growth, material growth, all-around growth. And Guru says, although it is necessary to make money, it's more necessary to gain happiness, isn't it? You see, isn't money made to supplement happiness? Happiness wasn't made to supplement money. Those who concentrate on making money as their only happiness, they never find real satisfaction, because no amount of money can buy happiness. We all know that, especially if it is lost through systematic wrong actions. Guru says people surrounded by money but unable to use it properly to make themselves and others happy die of what he calls unhappiness thirst. They're dying of thirst. So many people forget that making money is only a means to the goal of happiness. Let me say it this way. It is as ridiculous to concentrate upon the means and forget the end as it is to keep traveling on a road and then forget your destination. You know, it is just meaningless to develop the talent for accumulating money and then not use it to make yourself and others happy. Guru says most people make the mistake of running after money first instead of seeking happiness first. To try to earn money, with this disgruntled, worried mind, Guru says it's not only unsuccessful, but it produces more anxiety than happiness. You see, the best way lies in trying to make money after first creating happiness. Earning money with a sincere, serene, happy attitude leads not only to success, but it also ensures happiness all the time as well. Happy people make others happy by their example. You see, because actions speak louder than words, isn't it? I can tell you I'm happy, but then you won't believe it. And Guru says to earn more and spend less by banishing luxurious habits. Try to save enough so that eventually you can live off the interest of your savings. Right? Good idea, huh? You see, Guru says an opportunity that comes to us in life is our own creation. It just didn't come floating along of its own. It didn't come by chance good luck. Okay? Guru says all opportunity is either created now or has been created at some time in the near or distant past by your own rightly guided will. You did it. And if you see no opportunity, then create one. Create it with your own willpower, which is, that willpower is a divine instrument within you, within all of us. Guru says to say, I will do everything for myself with my own will, which is a reflection within me of divine will. Isn't that empowering? So Guru says to act on this truth, though. Don't just talk about it. Act on it and opportunity will come to you. Make your own opportunity. And Guru says in exercising your own natural resourcefulness that we must be sure we're cultivating the right desires. To foster wrong ambitions is just as bad as remaining lethargic and passive in idle content. Prosperity consists in not only in making money, but also in acquiring mental efficiency, the mental efficiency by which we can gain health, wealth, wisdom, and peace, right? Permanently. But Guru says will and action are not the first step. As we know, the first step is God first. Go to God first. Because as we know, God is our greatest resource. When our superconscious mind contacts God, it is sure of success. Because then it is attuned to God's unlimited power. Through prayer and meditation, then you'll know from your own experience that you are God's divine child. And as God's divine child, you can attract anything you need, anytime, anywhere, whenever you need it. It is possible. Undreamed of possibilities. Well, Guru says if you live for God alone, neither money nor health nor wealth, when they are not your primary goal, but God alone is your primary goal, well then all else will naturally come to you. Guru advises us to commune with God first in the temple of silence. Be still and know that I am God. And then health, wealth, prosperity, and wisdom will all be added unto you. And that is the truth. I can say from my own personal experiences that it's exactly how it works. Now the trick is for you to have your own personal experiential knowledge of this truth. And Guru is going to help us with this with a little story this week, right? To try to help emphasize and help us understand this idea of, well, this idea of being wealthy, this idea of having money, right? Especially, if we're on the spiritual path, right? We're supposed to be spiritual, right? So how is money involved, right? So this story will help us with this. And Guru's story this week is the fisherman and the fairy. Once upon a time, a poor fisherman and his wife, well, they were discussing their circumstances, and they were kind of, bemoaning, kind of crying, and not very happy about this idea that they couldn't see any possible way that they would be able to improve their condition, their status, their financial situation. They wanted to have at least a modest remuneration for their work and some comfort and happiness, right? And after exhausting every possible means, the wife was seized with a brilliant idea. Well, at least she thought it was a brilliant idea. And she rushed to her husband and she exclaimed, I got it. I know what we can do. I know just what to do. She said, there is a fairy in the woods that will grant us any wish we choose. And you go and you ask that fairy to give us a home. Not just a house, but an actual palace. And her husband was a little bit flabbergasted, but he did it, because it's his wife. He went, he found this fairy, and he beseeched this fairy, and the fairy granted them a wonderful home. And the wife was content, for a while. But after a while, she became a little more ambitious. And she told the husband to go back to the fairy and ask for a kingdom to rule now. And the husband said straight up, he's like, you are exceeding the limits of reason, my dear. But she insisted. She said, why, it only makes sense that we should get as much as we possibly can. And so he went and he did it, and they actually attained a kingdom to rule. And she was very happy with that for a while. But in due course, she found something else to wish for. You see, it just so happened that this woman, she was a late sleeper. And the sun would always wake her up too early in the morning. And in a fit of exasperation, she told her husband, you go tell that fairy, prevent that sun from shining until I wake up. Well, when the husband told the fairy about his wife's latest wish, the fairy told him, well, you and your wife are going to have to go back to square one, back to scratch, and start all over again. Because you guys have not learned any of life's valuable lessons while you were gaining your material prosperity. Instead, you have become ungrateful, selfish, and obviously absurdly unreasonable in your demands. And so this fairy had to explain to them. And the fairy explained, now you're going to have to go back and use your reasoning power and not seek the perishable or useless things of this world. The fairy said, you're going to have to go back and start over again. And this time, only ask for those things that you really need for your self-development and for your real and lasting happiness. In this story, Guru's kind of showing us, isn't it, that if we keep just seeking after more and more desires, those desires grow bigger and bigger and bigger until they grow unreasonable, unmanageable, unmanageable, unsensible. Isn't it such wonderful guidance from our Guru? Something that we're going to want to keep in mind this week, right? That's what our Guru's coming and talking to us once a week for. And we're coming together and sharing this so that we can live a happy, harmonious life with our Guru's guidance, our Guru's wisdom. So, I would also like to share with everyone this week, well, I think it's beautiful, a wonderful, I'm not sure if it's a prayer, affirmation, poem, that comes from our Guru's book, Metaphysical Meditations. It's a powerful affirmation. I use it as an affirmation. And, it's about divine prosperity, right? What Guru's talking about today. And when we are doing this, when I'm saying this, remember, we're talking to God in the language of our heart. So we want to focus our attention on our source and feel that we're actually speaking with God. When we say, I will not be a beggar asking for limited mortal prosperity, health, and knowledge. I am your child, God, and as such, I lovingly demand, without limitations, a divine child's share of your illimitable riches. Having fallen into a forgetful state of mortal beggary, I have failed to claim my divine birthright. Now I want prosperity, health, and wisdom, but without measure, not from any earthly sources, but from you, Lord, from your all-possessing, all-powerful, all-bountiful hands alone. Thank you, God. I love you. Isn't that so beautiful? Why do we go to these little earthly sources for sustenance, for what we need, when we can go to the source of sustenance itself? That source of sustenance is always at our disposal. If we just go to it, turn to it, commune with it, and be one with it, and realize it for ourselves, have that experience for ourselves. That's divine prosperity. Such wonderful, beautiful teaching and guidance from our Guru Paramahansa Yogananda this week. So, well, it's kind of deep. If there's any questions, go ahead, get a hold of me. Glad to discuss it with you if you'd like to. So that concludes our Guru's guidance for this week. I hope, well, I don't hope, I know that if we take that guidance, it'll be helpful. I am hoping that you take that guidance because I know that it'll be helpful. Let's embrace it. Guru only wants to see us living a happy, harmonious life. So, well, now, as we close our Sunday services, we're closing it with another song from our Guru. And in this one, we are kind of dedicating ourselves to God and Guru. And the title is Door of My Heart is the title. And it is one of my favorite songs that our Guru shares with us. So I'm feeling very blessed to be able to share this with everybody as we close out our Sunday service this Sunday. So I want to thank everyone for joining in with us. Thank you all. God bless us all. Namaste, In Lak'ech, Jayom Guru. Hold on to the peace, hold on to the joy as long as you can. I will be thine always, my Lord. I will to be thine always. I may go far, farther than the stars. I may go far, farther than the stars, but I will to be thine always, my Lord. I will to be thine always. Devotees may come, devotees may go. Devotees may come, devotees may go, but I will to be thine always, my Lord. I will to be thine always. When I die, look into my eyes. when I die, look into my eyes. They will mutely say, I will to be thine always. My Lord, I will to be thine always. I may go far, farther than the stars, but I will to be thine always. My Lord, I will to be thine always. Devotees may come, devotees may go. Devotees may come, devotees may go, but I will to be thine always. My Lord, I will to be thine always. When I die, look into my eyes. When I die, look into my eyes. They will mutely say, I will to be thine always. My Lord, I will to be thine always. My Lord, I will to be thine always. Thank you all. God bless us all. Namaste and Lakach. Jai Om Guru. See you all next week. Bye now.